Are you kidding me? Wait, are you kidding? The bus left you? Un momento. So where is the bus? Oh, you're right here. Okay. So why are you stuck here? Why? What is the deal? Well, you need to be on the bus.
This week I'll be heading into Argentina, starting from Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia, heading through the cities of Camiri and Villamontes before finally reaching the border town of Yacuba.
So, sitting here in the car, waiting on Chris to get gas, and in Bolivia, evidently, it's a little bit more difficult because the bike plates are registered in Colombia. So he's having to re-register in Bolivia, and it's a thing.
Okay, I have just gotten gas in Santa Cruz on my way to Camiri, and I'm not kidding, I was there for over half an hour trying to get gasoline because I have a Colombian plate. It's a very socialistic country. They subsidize the gas and they had to register my plate, and obviously Bolivia does not have an agreement with Colombia, so it took a half an hour just to register my plate. I'm telling you, the gasoline issue here in Bolivia is crazy. Anyway, we have gas and we're now off to Camiri. The gas is not good here. Got about 4.5 hours drive today, going to a flatter place and not a big city, so hopefully I can fly. The winds have been horrible, so we'll see what happens.
And there goes Chris.
What is Chris?
Right there.
Oh, no, but he has to follow me because he's gonna get. Yeah.
This guy is on a tightrope that he stretches across the lights here, and then he does juggling and balances a basketball on a stick for the coins. How cool is that? So let me try to explain the gas situation. Basically, the government actually buys all the gas and then it's subsidized to the people at a much lower price than you would normally pay for gasoline. Gasoline, if you're Bolivian, is actually very cheap here, but the government doesn't have a whole lot of money, so they can't buy a whole lot of gas. So there's not a whole lot of gasoline to go around. There's certainly no good gasoline. There's nothing like extra or premium or anything like that because the government can't afford it. Unfortunately, if you're not Bolivian, then a lot of the gas stations are not allowed to sell gasoline to you, and if they do, and if they're allowed to, then they sell it to you at about 5 times more the price than what the Bolivians pay. So figure 40 cents a liter. It's actually a great price. So, but for a foreigner, it's about 11 to 12 per liter. So it's much more expensive. The problem is it's hard to find a gas station that's allowed to sell to foreigners or that's allowed to sell in a bucket. So a lot of times they have to do it illegally. So the last 2 places prior to Santa Cruz that I bought gas, I had to buy it legally through one of the little stores, and they just sold it to me in a container. If they can sell it to you, they have to register your license plate. And unfortunately, my license plate is Colombia, and the gas stations had never registered a Colombia license plate before, so that's why it took a half an hour to get gas. Today's ride to Camiri is really just this. I'm on a 2-lane road because there's only one way to get there, and it's this main road. It's just a 2-lane highway all the way. It's cold. There's a storm. There's a winter storm coming up from the south, and I'm heading south. So I looked on the map. The storm shouldn't be that bad, but it's going to be a little windy. I'm not sure if I'll be able to fly in Camiri. I'm really going to try if I can, because I'd like to get into I'd like to get a flight in Bolivia before I head to Argentina, and that's the direction I'm going. Whoa, come on, dog, really? By the way, Bolivia has more crazy dogs than any place I've ever seen. In the middle of nowhere, there's just these dogs in the middle of the street, and I guess they just, I don't know, they live there on roadkill. I have no idea. But they're everywhere. Just dogs, dogs, dogs.
So I'm in my shuttle, and I have some lovely riding partners. Lots of beautiful women that are here. Say hello. Hello. And their children. And the one who's been speaking to me the most is Jessica. What are you eating?
Chocolate con queso.
So what she's eating is a local corn. I'll have to explain more about this later, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Dog on the side of the road, and they are everywhere. I am on my first tuk-tuk ride, something that Chris absolutely hates, but I don't know, maybe I kind of like it.
So here we are in Bolivia, and as you can see next to me is Evil Villain 42, who decided to fly in from the States and visit me for 30 days, which complicates my plans just a little bit. Now I need to stop by bus terminals so she can actually end up where I'm going. I'm still riding the motorcycle. She'll be riding the bus. But for 30 days, I now have a companion. And if you're wondering why her name is Evil Villain number 42, here's a prime example.
Look, it's the Great Wall of Bolivia.
All right, I am leaving the town of Camry. I asked the military and they said I cannot fly here. So our last chance on being able to fly in Bolivia is somewhere around the border. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the town of Camry, head towards the border. It's about 4.5 hours away. And hopefully we will be able to fly there. Beautiful little drive today. We've got 2 stops after we get through this toll road, which I don't need to stop at. Oh, it's the rope again, of course. I think this is where they pay their tolls or something. Yeah, I think this is how the cars pay their tolls or something. I don't know. All I know is that motorcycles don't have to stop at those. Anyway, beautiful little drive today. We've got 2 stops, one at Villa something something and the other at UB something something. I can't remember the names of the towns, but Villa is about halfway to the border just in case it starts to rain, because you can see it's a cloud cover. So I'm going to stop there just to check the weather, and then from there we're going to go to UB something something, which is right on the border. Beautiful area, but unfortunately the military said nope, restricted zone, you can't fly. So I'm glad I asked, because there was a lot of military bases in Camiri, which is the town I was just in. I guess it's better to ask than, you know, get my stuff confiscated by flying where I shouldn't be.
As I was heading to the border, I would have a little laugh in my head because Evil Villain number 42 was about to experience just how complicated it is for me to cross a border.
Well, we are now in the town of Yacubia. I'm guessing Yacubia is how you pronounce it. I'm pretty close. This is the border town between Bolivia and Argentina, so I just need to find the border somewhere. It says I'm 10 minutes away. And I'm hoping this will be an easy border crossing. Bolivia was a little difficult because I needed a visa, but I don't think I need a visa for Argentina. Should be good to go. I just need to stamp out the bike, stamp in the bike in Argentina, get my passport done, and here's to hoping it's going to be an easy one. Okay, welcome to the border crossing. I'm guessing this is where I need to go. I have to figure out where I get the bike stamped out, which is always complicated. And it looks like it's going to be complicated here too. Estados Unidos, motocicleta es colombiano. Sí. No sé.
This border crossing was a little complicated than most because Argentina has a scanning system, so all of my luggage, including the paramotor, I had to take off the motorcycle and run through their scanner.
It's been about another half hour, and I'm still waiting, but thankfully now he's out of getting paperwork checked in. Now he's having to take things off of the bike so that they can check and see what's actually under all of this stuff, which is actually just a paramotor. Not supposed to be filming anything, but you can see that they made him take the entire paramotor off the bike, which is a pain. So it's been about 2 hours of me waiting, and we are finally, what? Are we ready to go?
Finally ready to go.
Ready to go.
Let's get to Argentina.
Let's go.
2.5 hours later, and we are now just getting through customs. So now we should be able to go through the border without any issues. Welcome to Argentina, I guess. I don't know if I'm in Argentina yet. Un momento. Hang on a second. Hey, I also have to get insurance for the bike. I have to get insurance. To that building right there. Por seguro por moto? Sí. Argentina, Paraguay. Sí. Solo necesita por Argentina, no necesita por Paraguay. Solo. Sí. ¿Qué? Yo, Estados Unidos, motocicleta es Colombia. Sí, sí.
I've arrived in Argentina, and we're in a small town called Salvador Masa. It took us about 3 hours to do a border crossing. Actually, it took me about 5 minutes. It took Chris about 3 hours, and now he is across the road getting some insurance for his bike. Why are border crossings so hard for you?
The problem is that I have to register the motorcycle. The motorcycle is a Colombian motorcycle, and I have a U.S. passport. So not only is it complicated to register an out-of-country vehicle, on top of that, they have to make sure that I own it, and because the two countries don't line up, it's always confusing. Add on top of that a language barrier, and now you kind of understand what I have to go through.
And then after you get the whole border crossing thing done, then what else do you have to do?
Depending on the country, I may or may not have to get state-required insurance. And so generally, in most countries, I have to get a state-required insurance. Usually it's for 30 days. It's about $20. Here it was 30, but it's around about that. But the problem is, again, then you have to go through that whole rigmarole of paperwork, and it takes a while to get insurance here.
So how long are we allowed to be in Argentina?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know.
I'll look at the paperwork.
Well, good morning. I'm now leaving the town of, I don't know, UB something. UB40. We'll call it that. It's just the border town between Bolivia and Argentina. This morning I had to get oil and gas. I just finished up that. Border crossing last night was a nightmare, so I decided to stay here in a questionable hotel. Let's just put it that way. The hotel was highly questionable. So I've got a 2-hour drive, 2.5, maybe 3-hour drive this morning south. It is absolutely freezing cold. I had to put 2 pairs of gloves on, but I got to get into the flats if I'm going to fly, and I really can't fly around a border, obvious. So we're going to leave the beautiful mountains to the past and head south.
As with most border crossings, a few kilometers into a new country, you usually have to go through a customs check. Normally, the border officers would just wave me by, but unfortunately, Evil Villain number 42 had to cause me more problems than normal by getting herself kicked off the bus at the check station, which, by the way, is just another reason she's inherited the name.
Alright, so now we're going to have to go through customs control. Shoot. Hey, I'm filming and I'm going through customs. I'm filming and go through customs. You okay? 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 Okay. Okay, the bus is leaving? What do you mean the bus? You're kidding. The bus left you. Are you kidding me? Wait, are you kidding? The bus left you? Un momento. So where is the bus? Oh, you're right here. Okay. So why are you stuck here? What is the deal? Well, you need to be on the bus.
You mean sí or no?
They're concerned because I'm not showing a stamp, and I was saying,
in system.
Right.
No stampa. No
right.
stampa.
And I was telling them no, they didn't stamp it, but they entered it into a computer, and they said what they're needing to do is verify in the computer because they didn't stamp our passports.
I know.
Either one of us.
Idiots.
And I said now I have to wait for another bus.
No. Paraguay. Ascension, Paraguay.
See?
Argentina what?
He's talking about soccer. Argentina beat us. Ay, ay, ay.
Pero too messy.
Okay, an hour later, and we are now ready to leave customs. Oh, what a pain. So I literally haven't even gotten 10 miles into Argentina, and I'm already stopped unpacking the bike. Oh, this is a nightmare. Hopefully, though, from here to Pichinal or Oran, I'm either going to Oran or Pichinal, one of the two. It's about 2.5 hours. Hopefully between here and there won't be any more customs. I asked the customs guys why they were so stringent, and he said that there was a ton of drugs coming, if I can get on the bike, a ton of drugs coming in from Bolivia. So that's their big concern. All right, we're out of here.
After finally getting Evil Villain number 42 back on another bus, I thought my troubles were behind me. However, as she was comfortably traveling and talking about something that I'm sure is absolutely unimportant, I was having a huge mechanical issue on the side of the road.
I just lost the chain on the bike. The chain just fell off. Unfreaking believable. I don't have a chain. So I've got to walk back, see if I can find my chain. Oh, geez. All right, so here's the situation. My motorcycle's here. There's a car that broke down right here, so I'm gonna ask them if they can try to help me. I can't find my chain. I think I'm gonna have to walk back a few miles and see if I can find it. But I definitely need a chain, otherwise the motorcycle's not going anywhere. I'm hoping that they can help me.
they need help themselves. So I don't know, maybe this will work out. I'll keep you posted.